Luke 7. Now when he had ended all his sayings in the audience of the people, he entered into Capernaum. And a certain centurion servant, who was dear unto him, was sick and ready to die. And when he heard of YAHUSHA, he sent unto him the elders of the Yehudim, beseeching him that he would come and heal his servant. And when they come to YAHUSHA, they besought him instantly, saying that he was worthy for whom he should do this. For he loves our nation, and he has built us a synagogue. Then YAHUSHA went with them, and when he was now not far from the house, the centurion sent friends to him, saying unto him, Adonai, trouble not yourself, for I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof. Wherefore neither thought I myself worthy to come unto you, but say in a word, and my servant shall be healed. For I also am a man set under authority, having under me soldiers. And I say unto one, Go, and he goes, and to another, Come, and he comes, and to my servant, Do this, and he does it. When YAHUSHA heard these things, he marveled at him, and turned him about, and said unto the people that followed him, I say unto you, I have not found so great belief, no, not in Yisrael. And they that were sent, returning to the house, found the servant whole that had been sick. And it came to pass the day after that he went into a city called Navith, and many of his Talmudim went with him, and much people. Now when he came nigh to the gate of the city, behold, there was a dead man carried out, the only son of his mother, and she was a widow. And much people of the city was with her. And when Adonai saw her, he had compassion on her, and said unto her, Weep not. And he came and touched the coffin, and they that bore him stood still, and he said, Young man, I say unto you, arise. And he that was dead sat up, and began to speak, and he delivered him to his mother. And there came a fear on all, and they glorified Yah, saying that a great prophet is risen up among us, and that YAHUAH has visited his people. And this rumor of him went forth throughout all Yehud, and throughout all the region round about. And the Talmudim of Yochanan showed him of all these things. And Yochanan, calling unto him 2 of his Talmudim, sent them to YAHUSHA, saying, Are you he that should come, or look we for another? When the men were come into him, they said, Yochanan the immerser has sent us unto you, saying, Are you he that should come, or look we for another? And in that same hour he cured many of their infirmities and plagues, and of evil ruach, and unto many that were blind gave he sight. Then YAHUSHA answering said unto them, Go your way, and tell Yochanan that things ye have seen and heard, as how that the blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, and the deaf hear, the dead are raised, to the poor the Besorah is preached. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. And when the messengers of Yochanan were departed, he began to speak unto the people concerning Yochanan. What went ye out in the wilderness for to see? A reed shaken with the wind? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they which are gorgeously apparelled and live delicately are in kings' courts. But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yea, I say unto you, and much more than a prophet. This is he, of whom it was written, Behold, I send my messenger before your face, which shall prepare your way before you. For I say unto you, among those that are born of women, there is not a greater prophet than Yochanan the Immerser, but he that is least in the kingdom of YAHUAH is greater than he. And all the people that heard him, and the publicans, YAHUAH justified, being immersed with the immersion of Yochanan. But the Pharisees and the lawyers rejected the counsel of YAHUAH against themselves, being not immersed of them. And Adonai said, Whereunto then shall I liken the men of this nation, and to what are they like? They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace, and calling one to another, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept. For Yochanan the Immerser came, neither eating bread nor drinking wine, and ye say, He has a devil. The son of Adam has come eating and drinking, and ye say, Behold, a gluttonous man, and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of all her children. And one of the Pharisees desired him that he would eat with him. And he went into the Pharisee's house, and sat down to meat. And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that YAHUSHA sat to eat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, and stood at his feet behind him, weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Now when the Pharisee which is bidden him saw it, he spoke within himself, saying, This man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that touches him, for she is a sinner. And YAHUSHA answering said unto him, Shimon, I have somewhat to say unto you. And he said, Rabbi, say on. There was a certain creditor which had 2 debtors. The one owed 500 pence, and the other 50. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me, therefore, which of them will love him most? Shimon answered and said, I suppose that he to whom he forgave the most. And he said unto him, You have rightly judged. And he turned to the woman and said to Shimon, See this woman. I entered into your house, and you gave me no water for my feet, but she has washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs of her head. You gave me no kiss, but this woman since the time I came in has not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil did you not anoint, but this woman has anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto you, her sins, which are many, are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loves little. And he said unto her, Your sins are forgiven. And they that sat to eat with him began to say within themselves, Who is this that forgives sins also? And he said to the woman, Your belief has saved you. Go in peace.